Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Brickanista Broadcast Network. I'm your host, Naomi, the Brickanista, and it's already this Saturday after Thanksgiving, and I hope everybody had a really good Thanksgiving and that they had an enjoyable time with family, friends, or with your pets, because I know that with the pandemic and everything happening right now, that there's a lot of people who have had to spend Thanksgiving alone. And I was very fortunate because I had a chance to visit family a month ago. And now with Thanksgiving that just happened, I wasn't going to get on a plane. And thank goodness I didn't. For those of you who aren't aware, we're now in the middle of Omicron. So Omicron COVID, apparently this happened, I think it was on actually Thanksgiving Day, where they announced that this new variant of the virus has been identified in South Africa. So I think we're going to be in this for the long haul, folks. And I'm just grateful that I was able to visit my family back in October and spend some time with them. And for those of you who follow me on Instagram, you saw some of my posts that I was having my vegan meal here in Seattle while my parents, my brother, and my nephew were all celebrating there together. And I am really grateful for this technology that we're in, because it does, give us a chance to communicate even if we're far away. So thank you so much for hanging out with me and being a part of this new journey. So anyway, so for those of you who are tuning into this later, I did change the time today, and I think I'm going to be moving this Saturday and some of my other streams up to 7 o'clock, because I know that some of my friends who are on the East Coast, they don't get a chance to actually tune into the streams until way late, because when I start at 9, that's midnight on the East Coast. So I'm trying a little bit of a time change. So some of you may have missed this broadcast by the time you see it. And the other reason is that I've been invited to give a speech to a group in India. I know, I don't know. I get these requests because I belong to this speaking and leadership organization, and they reached out to me about a month ago, and I said that I would do it. And the time change is interesting because their meetings are on Sunday mornings, which is Saturday night for us. And I'm going to be giving my speech tonight at 10 o'clock. So I figured if I start at 7, that still gives us, an hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe even 2.5 hours before I have to jump on that call and give a speech. So anyway, for today, I'm going to keep working on these Rorschach prints. And I've been having so much fun too with these build a brick ornament or build to give. So this one I was showing to the sort lug people, and some of you may know that this was a bit of a kludge, but it works because I used this skeleton to hold up this Raya globe in the middle, and it gives me an attachment point so I could put it on a rotator. So yeah, super excited about this. And you probably saw my Instagram post where I have this one too. So I may be making a few more ornaments too. And I know my camera is not giving me the contrast that I want, but anyway, so there's our little star character. And yeah, who knows what I'll be making next. But I have been on a mission ever since I had created these Rorschach prints. Hello, that's my dog. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. She's actually adorable. She's just protecting me because she hears a dog outside. She doesn't want them coming in. All right. Hopefully this is going to stay intact, but this is ink blot number 1 that I've been working on. And then I have ink blot number 2, which I finished last week. And my goal is to try to get these done by Monday, because I just discovered there's something called Mosaic Mondays, or Mosaics on Mondays, and Monochrome Mondays. So I've been trying to get these done in time to get those filed. So these are the first 2. The next one is actually not monochrome. It has some red in it. So I am going to be experimenting. I've got 2 more little white base plates. Somebody asked me if I would buy a 10-pack, and I was tempted, especially, with the sales that are going on, but I just I'm on a budget. You know, I've been buying things, so it's hard when, you know, Lego comes out with all these incentives like a full day, and then we have bricks and pieces, and we have lug bulk, and we have all kinds of things that we can participate in, and it's just you have to make choices, right? It's just that's just no two ways about it, especially for me. All right, so I'm going to start on this today. This is going to be my little project. I have invited a few people, but once again, I changed the time, so I don't know if they're going to be arriving or not. That's why I have a big question mark as far as who's going to be joining me today. We'll see. Maybe we'll have some guests, maybe we won't. It's one of those types of things. Okay, so let's see. What I want to do is I want to show you this Rorschach number 3, so you can get a sense of how, let's see, I think it's this one. Yeah, here we go. All right, so this is the next photo or ink blot in the series. So I'm going to be working on that kind of in the background with my next little white canvas and putting this in. And as you can see, there's a little bit of red, and there was a little bit of red also in the last one, but it depends on which book you're referencing. That's why it was interesting, because I've also seen a black and white of this one, and I'll have to see what pieces I have and see what I can build. But that's the plan for today. We're going to work on this Rorschach print. And the other thing I have, which is cool, I keep forgetting to open it, but I have a video bandmate, not from series 2, it's a series 1, but I figure, you know, I'm curious what's in there. I might have to open it. And with December 1st coming around, I think we're going to have to also open up one of the advent calendars. So I have that on the schedule for December 1st. Starting December 1st, I'm going to start doing that, and should be good. All right, I'm just getting my thing arranged here. I'm going to see if this is going to work with my down camera. See if I can do a side by side. That would be nice. That would be super cool. So hold up while I get this in position so you can see what I'm seeing. And like I said, I'm still trying to figure out the best way to do my studio, because I will tell you, there's so many different things you can do. And I used to have a tripod set up, but then I would keep kicking the tripod and I wasn't able to actually do the down camera like from directly overhead. So I've been using this, which has been working somewhat, but StreamYard won't let me zoom like I do with my Droid Cam. So, okay, so let's see if we can give you a good sense of my down camera. Hey, stop. It's like my dog eating paper. Go have your toy. So, okay, let me add this to the stream and show you. So here's our little white canvas that I'm working on. And let's see if I can get this cord out of the way, because you don't want to see these during the duration of this. Not fun. Okay. And like I said, I'm experimenting with times. So we'll see. I usually stream at 9, so a lot of people maybe when they tune in later, they go, what happened to Brickanista? She was supposed to be here. It's like, well, you know, too many obligations, I think. There we go. That's better. Okay, so we're going to work on this. And let's see. I wonder if you need my microphone. Okay, I'm going to try something here. Let me stop my camera so you still have my audio. And let's see if I can add this to the stream. All right, we're going to try this. Wrong one. Nope. I want this, my full screen layout. Okay, I think we're just going to have to switch back and forth. Oh, wait. There may be this or this. Aha. that might work for a while. The thing is, what I really want is that side by side of the canvas. That might, well, that's still not the best, because I think you'd rather see this down camera instead. So I think we're gonna work with this, and I'm just gonna use this little reference in the lower right hand corner to work with this. I don't know. I keep experimenting with this, thinking I'm going to be able to figure out, because I like using Streamlabs OBS for a lot of my work, but it's just not coming together, unfortunately. But that's okay. It's art. It is what it is. Yeah. And I did buy a whole jar of these discs. So and of course they're in the other room. I'll go look for those. I will go look for those and see if we can get this kind of coming together. And I think that's just like any artwork. It's just you run out of pieces, and you just have to keep working with what you have. Yeah, that's why those Lego Masters are awesome, because they had an unlimited number of pieces to work with. And I'm just taking a look at what I have here and trying to make, so I'm going to switch back and forth between this. Hopefully you can see that's what I'm working towards. And this is what I've got. So I do think what's good about this is that this has some thin plates. I think I could use some thin plates to kind of get that angle. So I may start with that. That might be the best way to start on this, because this is going to be a bit of a challenge, I think. So let's go back. I wish I could do this side by side with, my down camera with that photo would be nice. The closest I could do is this, but you just see mine. You don't see, and you hear my voice because I turned my camera off. I guess I could turn my camera back on. Let's see if I turn my camera back on. So you can see me, you can see that. I could put this in, let's see. All right, let's try something here. Shift 4. Let's see, Shift 4. Nope, not working. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I would like to have this be next to this. The layout options are not that great here. Yeah, that kind of works, but you can barely see my view. Okay, Sarah, it's okay. It's okay. Maybe the other reason why streaming at night is better is my dog is not as active. Not as active as she is right now. She's in protection mode, wanting to make sure that I know what's outside, what's going on, how I'm gonna be able to take care of this. So if you're wondering, why am I doing this? So it kind of started as, the chat when I was working on some other things, and we were talking about the Tricky Bricks self-image or self-portrait, and we were all talking about we don't want people psychoanalyzing us. And then I said, oh, you know what? I could do a Rorschach print. I'll do a Rorschach print, and then that'll be my self-portrait. And that's really the genesis of this, and this is how it all started. And what I'm doing right now is you can kind of see me laying these out and trying to get a sense of what's going to be balanced and what's going to work. And I think the benefit, and I'll just keep switching between screens, that might be the easiest thing to do, is I'm starting on these really thin spines kind of on the right and the left. I think that's what I'm starting on first, just to kind of get a basis. And it has, yeah, I can't make this any bigger, I don't think. Hold up, let me check one more thing, see if I can make this bigger. I don't think so. No, this won't let me try this. Oh, okay, there we go. That's not too bad. Okay, let's try that. So we're gonna kind of work on the lower half of this. And I think, yeah, I think this is doable. Let's take a look. Yeah. Okay, so you can see it almost looks like a fly's head and its legs. It's like it's fuzzy legs. Okay, let's see. So I'm gonna go back to this, and you saw the reference, what I'm working on and what I'm working towards. And I'm gonna start with these lower legs, I think, in this back area. And I'll just keep switching back and forth because I can't, this program won't let me do a side by side, unfortunately. Yeah. So this will be good, because I think too, as you know, if you've been watching my technique, I've been using black studs to kind of raise things up so I can pivot and secure things to the plate. And I think that's what I'll be doing here too. So let's move over to this. All right. Yeah, so like I said, the latest news, folks, Omicron is here. Omicron is, this one is the one that's probably scares me the most, quite honestly. It'll be interesting to see how this particular version of the virus affects us. Okay, so I'm gonna put this down there. And if you're asking or thinking, how did I come up with this? I'm one of those tactile kind of artists. I just kind of start putting things down and seeing where it goes. And I guess there's no other way to explain it. Just, I look at something, I look at the angles and see how that's going to work. And right now, I feel like that might be kind of low, because here, I'll go back to the other one. This is the bottom, and if you kind of see it from, let me zoom back out here. Yeah, and it is very abstract. Actually, that still might be okay. Just kind of eyeballing it. Yeah, that still might be fine. I have to, like I said, I'm just going to be experimenting. Excuse me. Yeah, we'll just work with this and see where it goes. Where it goes, nobody knows. All right. All right, so let's go back to my down camera. Yeah. The other thing I discovered is this down clip method. This down clip is awesome. Or it's not really a down clip, it's a top clip that's modified with a 1x1 with this clip on the side. So yeah, so Debo was really helpful with that. Trying to get that all pulled together. Ooh, this could work out really nicely. Yeah, I think we got something going on here. Just looking at the photo. Okay. why is this? Did I pick the wrong one? No, it's the same size. It just looks really odd to me. Okay, I don't know. It's just my eyes deceiving me. All right, we'll put that over there. That should work. Doc Samson, Rorschach test. Yes. How are you, Doc? I was thinking about you when I was watching the stream, the 24-hour stream that Beyond the Brick people were doing. It seems like you started a trend with that Pocky chip test. Some other people were doing that. I'm just like, man, you guys are crazy. I hope you're doing okay. Yeah, I'm just continuing with the Rorschach prints just because people were telling me they wanted me to keep doing them. It's like, okay, I can keep doing them. It's like, hopefully this is what people are looking for. Yeah, I've been here's what I'm working on. I don't know if you saw this earlier, but that's what I'm working on. Trying to get that put together. And let me zoom in a little bit because I need to get more detail. And this one has some red in it. And I'm even thinking these little hearts could work in the middle. But right now I'm working on these legs on the outside, and then I'll work on the middle. So how are you doing, Doc? Did you get my link? Because I think I sent it to you. If you're interested. Don't know if you're interested or not. Yeah, like I said, I'm streaming at a new time too, so this is a little different. And let's see. It's almost as if I want these legs. This is one of those times where I want to break this in half and put this over here and put this one over here. But I know I'm not allowed to do that. But oh, so tempting. Very tempting to do that. Especially for this little angle. Actually, this might work. These angle plates, these small angle plates. I have another small one. Oh, they're large. Wait a minute. Aha. Okay. Yeah, I know. Sometimes you end up doing stuff because, it just circumstances bring you down that path. And that's kind of what's happened with me on these Rorschach prints. I do like how they're coming together. This greebling technique is something that I haven't really done a whole lot of, but I like how the shapes start to come together. But and like I said, I don't even know if this is the right way to do things. Probably not the right way to do things. This is the way I do things. Yeah. In fact, you know what I probably could do is just a plain 1x2 in black. But let's see if I have any 1x2s in black. Cowboy Kenobi. Don't give them what they want. They never know what they want. You give them what they need. Oh, thank you. That's kind of like when we talked about Super Sewer Baby. It's like he's not the superhero they wanted. It's the superhero they need. So, how are you? I hope you're doing okay. I think I might have a better solution to this. Let's have this kind of come down from here. Yeah, so I'm trying a new time. Saturday nights at 7. see if that makes any difference or not. Especially for people in the East Coast, people like Debo and company. And thank you, everyone, too, for your continued support and encouragement, because sometimes it's not easy doing this. In fact, I was thinking about you, Cowboy Kenobi, when I was putting away some of my Halloween ornaments. And remember last year when we were working on the Tiago Caterino light up jack-o'-lantern? I think we both had it at the same time, and that was my early days of streaming. So I was thinking, I've come a bit of a ways, but it's still a lot of work. Still working through it. Might actually have to angle this a little bit more. Just looking at the photo. Here's what I'm working on. So right now, this is print number 3. And I think I need to bring this angle out a little bit more. Let's see. Yeah, let's angle this out just a little bit. Yeah, you know, it's weird because this whole streaming world, it's and I'm sure, Doc, you've probably experienced this too since you're a streamer, that you just don't know where it's going to go next. Where is this going? Speaking of which, Doc, did you get the notification about the 5th? December 5th? I think I sent you a note, so I wasn't sure if you saw that. Yeah, the 5th of September, we're actually having a PNW streamers gathering. All right. I'm using these curved ones because I think it adds for a better shape, especially up at the top. All right. All right, there we go. Now I can add the 1x2s. Aha. Oh, it's coming together. All right. I was watching the Inside Pixar series on Netflix, and they were talking about the artists and how they work and how they say sometimes it's just magic. That you'll be thinking about something and then all of a sudden things start to really fall into place. And now what I'm doing is I'm comparing this to this. And I do need like a little bit of a rounded edge here, but I might be able to get around with that with using dots. Or maybe even these studs. Yeah, let me see if these studs will. I might have to raise this up a little bit, but these studs might actually give it enough of a curve. Let me show you what I'm doing. And like I said, I wish I had a way to zoom in here better, but Streamlabs does a better job than StreamYard. You got the message, but I can't make it. Okay. Who do I contact to get a mailing address for the name that I got? It should be on there. It should be, if you take a look, scroll down to the bottom of that where you got matched up, and it should give you the address. Yeah, it's too bad you're not going to be able to make it. I think it's going to be then 4 or 5 of us because Dr. Cat can't make it either. So I think You and Dr. Cat, and but we have a group driving in from Richmond, or Richland, actually. Yeah, so that's really cool. Just knowing that they're making the trip. They're actually driving like 3 hours to come visit. And we got the bricks and minifigs store to ourselves. So it's too bad you can't make it. Yeah, reach out on the Discord server to Samuel. Samuel's the one who's coordinating all of it. He goes by Banshee BP. So if you check out Banshee BP, then you'll be able to find him that way. You'll be in Longview. Oh, okay. That's a journey from Richland. I know, it's like 3 hours, and they're carpooling. You don't have Discord. Okay. Okay. I'll send you, after the stream is over, I'll send you the link. But you should have been able to get it. So if you don't have Discord, though, it's from the website that, like I said, he set up. All right, let's see. I think we're going to need some round ones. Let me go grab this cup. I'll be right back. Grab this cup. You can still hear me, though. You don't see my face anyway. But I actually had some self-control when I went to the Lego store, because I got a small cup instead of a large cup, and some things that I scored on the large or the small cup are, and here's a tip, by the way. If you don't do this already, you fill the top of the cup and then tape it down, and you can fill it up with some things. And then you can put the lid on. So I have these 1x2 slopes, which should be really helpful for this. And let me grab a couple of bins. And I should have some radar dishes in here. But yeah, I got that tip from Debo the other day. All right. And I also got some of these clips, these 1x2 clips in gray. Not that I need it for this, but like I said, I've got, oops, 1x2 slopes in black. So yay, you get to watch me sort. How fun is that? All right. I think it's too bad Zach Martinez isn't on here, because he loves knolling. Knolling and separating things out. But I'm doing this just to get to the radar dishes. So I should have some radar dishes in here. There's one. Yeah. And by the way, I was looking at Kelly Bartlett's post. If you haven't seen the post of her elephant that she did with levers, she made this amazing elephant portrait, and she used mostly those little white levers for that. But she made a comment in her description saying, if you're going to use white, it's best to use all new pieces, because even as though if it looks like it's super white, it's not going to look just right. So unfortunately, and by the way, I got some more teeth. Remember, I was looking for these the other day when I was working on the bonsai. So why a Rorschach? Why am I doing this? That's a good question. Actually, what happened, Doc, is that I was working on a Tricky Bricks. Well, we were talking about it first. We were talking about the challenge was a self-portrait. And we were saying there are not a lot of people, only 16 people submitted for that challenge. Normally they get, at least 20. And that was a lot of people were saying they didn't want to be psychoanalyzed. And I said, you know what I can do? I could do a Rorschach print. And so I did the first one. In fact, I have it here. I don't know if you've seen these, but I'll show it to you since it's handy. So this is the one I submitted. I submitted this as my self-portrait because it's my psychological self-portrait. So peroxide makes them all new. Oh, Yin Yang 847. How are you? Yeah, I'm working on my Rorschach print number 3. It's going to look like this in the end, hopefully. Actually, that's kind of large. Here, let me make that regular size. That's what it's going to look like in the end, or something similar to that. But so what I'm doing right now is I just got, that's cool. Oh, thank you. So Doc was saying, why am I doing this? It started because we were talking about the Tricky Bricks challenge and how we didn't really want to do a self-portrait, you know, because you couldn't just put a minifig in. You had to actually either do a brick built thing or, you know, a mosaic or something like that. So I said, you know, I'll do a Rorschach print because it's black and white. I can crank one of those out. And I got it done in about, I don't know, 4 hours. I and I did it mostly off stream. So don't expect this to be done on stream because it does take a while just getting everything together. But people, you know, when I showed everybody in the chat, I said, okay, here's my Rorschach print. This is what I'm going to submit. And then they said, oh my God, that's awesome. You should keep doing those. And I'm like, okay, okay, I guess I could keep doing them. And see, so even Yin Yang, you know, your response there, you know, that's cool. This wasn't my intention. When I was doing this, I really, honestly, I thought it was going to be a one-time thing. But then I did this one. So that was number 1 I showed you. Here's number 2. So this is the second ink blot. And I've been getting just really good feedback. So I'm going to do, there's 10 in the series. So that's why I was kind of putting these together thinking, okay. And I was talking on the chat last time and Debo said, you know, they have these radar dishes on the pick-a-brick wall. And I said, okay, I'm going to need to get some of those. So yeah, so now what I'm thinking about for these radar dishes is down here to get some of that curve here and also right here in that section. So I think I need at least 4 radar dishes to kind of try to mimic what is in that print. But yeah, as far as I didn't tell myself, hey, wouldn't doing a Rorschach print be a good idea? It just kind of happened. And sometimes the best ideas come from that, but and that's why I was telling people, why do I stream, right? Part of the reason why I stream, in fact, I'm doing this for my speech. Part of the reason why I'm streaming early is I have to give a speech today. And the speech is about self-awareness. And this was the topic. They asked me to talk about self-awareness. Here, I'll show my, let me see if I can do it this way. Okay, so I'm giving a speech today at 10 o'clock, which is why I had to start early. And the topic they wanted me to talk about was self-awareness and how self-awareness can help you be a better leader, right? Because I belong to this leadership organization. And in order for me to do that at 10 o'clock tonight, I had to start early at 7. And I'm probably going to do this for a little bit. I'm going to check it out and see if this time frame works. But anyway, so, and you tell me too if this view of me side by side, because what I ideally wanted was actually this side by side with this, but it's not happening. The closest I could get is this. And then if I mute my camera, then I can, you know, even if I do this, it won't let me put that other screen. So it's a bit of a cluster. So anyway, so if you have any suggestions about which view you want to see, like I said, I've been kind of going with the down cam because I can't really put my face in there with the down cam. just because of the way things are right now. The closest I could do is this. This might not be too bad. In fact, that's actually maybe a good view. We'll try this for a little bit, see how this works. But yeah, so anyway, going back to the Rorschach, is that I've been experimenting with different techniques and greebling. And so it's actually worked out kind of well because people have been, you know, very excited to see them. So it's like, okay, if you're excited to see them, I guess I should build them. But yeah. And I guess what was your quote early on, Cornado? It's like, give them what they need, not what they want, what they need. So yeah. And really what all I'm doing is I'm taking these black studs and raising this so then they're off of the plate. It gives that shape. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. And I'm guessing that if you're in the chat, you're not really keen on being live today. So that's fine. People ask me, why do I stream? And part of it is because I get some really good ideas from the chat. You know, the chat gives me a lot of really cool ideas. Now here's some negative space here. And I do have some white plates. Where did those go? I have these white plates. Let me show you that in just a second. But I have these white plates for negative space. So if I'm able to work this out, then I can put these kind of on the sides for that section. So I'm going to set those aside there. Yeah. Yeah. So as far as, like I said, why am I doing this? It started as a joke and now it's turned into art, but that's okay. Like I said, it's my new calling. People said, you must build Rorschach prints. Actually, nobody told me that. It just kind of came out of my mouth. I just said, yeah, I'll do a Rorschach print. And then all of a sudden, I think it was Mairead who started it, who said, don't destroy that. You need to put that into a show. And I was like, okay, right, if you say so. Seriously, I was gonna destroy it after the stream was over. But now she and a couple other people convinced me that I need to actually build this out. So I said, okay, I will build it out. We'll see how it comes together. Joel Marbella, you're gonna lurk? Okay, no worries. Yeah, Joel's been very supportive and encouraging. Thank you, Joel. And so Joel and I have been talking about me taking a break during the holidays. So I'm just going to forewarn you now. I may be taking, you know, a 1 or 2 week break, probably around. I'm waiting to hear back from the stream relay folks, but I think the stream relay is maybe going to take place December 19th. So I think Sunday, December 19th. I think after the relay, the Twitch relay, then between the 19th and I think the 31st, I may take a break. It'll be a little strange, but when I went to take care of my brother and my nephews, I was gone for about a week and a half, and I streamed, I think, twice during that time. So if I do a stream, I may end up just like lurking in the shadows kind of thing, like lurking while I'm looking at things. Okay, now this, yeah, this is way off. That needs to go way down. This is like, yeah, this needs to go more closer to here if I want to get it closer. Yeah. But I appreciate you all tuning in, because hopefully you do find some value in what I'm doing. And I was talking earlier about how with this new Delta variant, things are definitely changing. Don't know what's going to happen in this new world that we live in. Yeah, it's hard to judge on the spacing of these, but I'm going to do my best. Yeah, so like I said, this group asked me to give a speech about self-awareness, self-awareness and leadership. And I'm drawing upon two different concepts. One of them is by Simon Sinek. You probably have heard of the Golden Circle. So yeah, so the Golden Circle is about starting with your why. You know, why are you doing what you're doing? And this has actually been a really good exercise about streaming, because, you know, people have often asked me, why do you stream so much? Because I stream what I think I calculate I stream 6 days a week. And by the way, I looked at my numbers on YouTube. I'm actually over 2,000 watch hours already. You're supposed to get 4,000 and 1,000 viewers. And so considering I have, what, 250 viewers or subscribers, I have 2,000 watch hours. So really, I'm not that far away from achieving. I need to get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 views to become fully recognized on YouTube, which I don't think is that far away, because I was talking to Joel that I haven't been streaming for that long, especially on YouTube. I started in December on YouTube, and when you think about it, that's less than a year. So less than a year, I've had 250 subscribers, and I've got 2,000 views, or 2,000 hours of views. So I think if I, still keep my schedule, or Brothers from Another Brick was also advising me that I should do some more uploads of videos. So what I may do during my 2 weeks is I may do some uploads. In fact, I'm thinking about doing an upload pretty soon of this. So this snowflake that I made, or star that I made, with the skeleton as holding it up. The only thing I'm having a hard time with is, how do I angle the camera to show that the arms of the skeleton are holding up by the sprouts. I don't know. The camera angle is what's kind of got me stumped. But I do like this. This has been a really fun little project to do. But I thought that would be kind of a cool thing to put into a short video. It's like, hey, you want to do an ornament? You could do that. That could work. Okay, so I think these white elements are super cool, because you could see that little arch that it makes. So this is where you're building with the negative space. Yeah. And I just want to make sure I'm centered. Remember last time I put those 1x2s in? Yeah, see, I'm glad I'm counting this out, because it looks like I'm off center. So, because what I need to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah. So you can see that this is center here. Let me move this up a little. I don't want to knock over my other one. So I've got this centered here, and you can see that this is off. I think I just need to move this one over. I don't think I'm too far off. There we go. Yeah, that's better. Yeah. And that might mean that this might need to move over a little bit too, because this is 4. Yep, definitely 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this needs to move over just 1 stud over. Yeah. And I think this is why I kind of gravitate to these Rorschach prints, because I do like symmetry. I mean, you've followed me enough that you know how I like symmetry, so yeah. Hopefully I'm looking at my down camera thinking, okay, all right, that means this needs to be over. This needs to come over a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, yeah. And I do like having the down camera because it does give me a chance to look at it. Now that's kind of a weird smiley face. It's like it's kind of smiling. Okay, so you guys will have to tell me, does this time frame work okay? It's 7 o'clock. Should I start streaming at 7, or should I go back to the 9 o'clock time frame? Because I'm still trying to figure out what's going to work best. And okay, I think I'm going to go for that. I think that's probably as good as it's going to get, considering what plates and things I have to work with. Okay, so here's just to kind of give you the reference again. There's our reference. And I do need some room for this center red section. And I don't think I have red hearts. I have pink hearts. So I don't know. You think pink's going to work? It's almost too obvious, though, to have 2 hearts in the middle, but it kind of begs for that. Yeah, I think it's going to have to be this pink color rather than the red. I would rather have red, but I don't have red hearts. I might be able to scarf some from another build, but for now, this will probably work. Work with that. Yeah, raise that up a little. And once again, I'm just kind of putting down. Ooh, wait a minute. Will this work as a double? It might. Oh, that would be awesome if it does. That would be awesome. Oh boy. Don't know. Don't know. I know what I want to do, but is it going to cooperate? That's the question. Will it cooperate with what I'm thinking I need to do? Okay, this may work. This may work if I can latch it over here. And then shimmy that over. All right, come on. Clutch. I need you to clutch. This connection is so janky. It's not really clutching. All right, let's try that. All right, that's better. All right, we'll do that. Ooh, that looks good. I like that. I do like that. And if we move that up. So yeah, so this is my process. It's not always the prettiest thing, but it seems to be working. And this one actually needs to be up a little. Right. Yeah, there we go. That's actually looking pretty good. Sometimes I shock myself when I look at these and I say, you know, that's actually working. That's actually working out. Okay, so this is definitely center, but it needs to be up a little. Just to kind of, here, I'll show you again my reference. There's my reference. And the hearts kind of are in line with this black. So I'm just trying to figure out the best way to put those radar dishes in. I might have to raise them just a hair. Well, thanks for hanging out with me. like I said, a small group, but we're a devoted group. So I appreciate you all. Like I said, it's Thanksgiving time to just appreciate all the people who are there for you. So if I don't say it enough, I appreciate you all. Let's see if this is gonna clutch. That doesn't seem right. What am I missing here? All right, let me count. It's always best to count, right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, I think. How come this is not? Maybe that's what I need. Aha. Okay. And then these can go here. I don't know, it's still, I hope you're enjoying this because like I said, it's just an artistic process, just twiddling with things and making them. I'm hesitating because of the fact that these were too close to the black, so I'm moving them over a little. All right. Yeah, that spacing definitely works better. Yeah, so going back to, all right, so I'm gonna talk about the Simon Sinek Golden Circle model at 10 o'clock today. And that is where, for those of you who don't know, are not familiar with it, it starts off with what is your why? Like, why are you doing things? And then how are you doing that? And then what is your product or service? So the most people start the other way around, where they say, here's my product and service, and you should buy this. But people don't buy based on that. They buy because of the why and why you're doing what you're doing. And I thought about this a lot, and I thought about it too with regard to streaming, because it's kind of, why do I stream? And part of it is really to give another voice to an underserved population. And that is my main why. And when I got more clarity on that, like I said, I was doing this for the speech, but I started thinking about it more for what I'm doing as a streamer. I have Joel and other people to thank for this, is that, you know, there's not a lot of people of color that are women who are, you know, in this space, especially this late at night. So I think that's my purpose. I think that's my why, is to provide a voice for some of us who aren't, you know, as represented as well in other places. That looks awesome. Actually, this is looking really good. Here, I'll show you the reference photo. There's the reference photo, and this is where I'm at right now. I know it needs some tweaking, so, but, and like this needs to come out and probably down a little bit, but yeah, I'm liking where this is going. I'm definitely liking where this is going. It's like, if I can get that to behave. All right, so I'm going to secure these down with white studs instead. And what I'll do is I've been streaming for an hour now. We'll see how far I get. And then, like I said, I have to give this speech today. And then tomorrow, I have a special guest, Rob Ketcherside, who I'm super excited about because I don't know if you knew this, but he wrote a book called Lost Seattle. But that's not why I'm interviewing him. I'm interviewing him because he's the recipient of my Secret Santa. And he is, he's going to open it on stream. So I'm super excited about that. So that'll be tomorrow at 1 o'clock. I'll be doing that. Okay, so here's where we are so far. And that's not too bad. Oops. That's not too bad for that. And like I said, once again, I'm just kind of building the shapes. I do like this negative space though. That's working out really well. Now I've got to make these not so chunky, make them a little more, not so round, and make them a little bit better. Oops, oh, I keep hitting the wrong button. So there's a little arm that comes down here, right here. So I need to work on that arm to come down to the disc and then have something come off the disc that way. And then have something across, maybe a 2x4 might work right there. Okay. So I'm thinking about putting a 2x4 here and then building out something to connect these over here to kind of, ideally like an angle plate would be great. But I don't think I have two. These are what I was thinking about, but it goes back to having what do you have on hand? I thought I had two of these. All right, let me see. Let me see my bigger plates here. Aha, there it is. Okay, this might work. And this actually would be great to fill in this big gap right here. Let me see, how does that look? That's not too bad. Actually, probably look better this way. Like I said, I just kind of fiddle. I don't have a specific technique. It's just like fiddling with things. The fiddler technique. Okay. All right. And that's why, you know, working on one of these, if you have to do this with Craggle, it would be a mess. Just because there's just so many angles with this. Let's see. Here, let me just look at this one more time. Let's see if I can even secure it down on the studs, that would be nice, but it's not quite working out that way. Here, I'll show you where I'm at right now. These are a little bit too square, so I'm trying to see if I can angle them a little bit like that. It's not quite exact, but nothing really ever is. Nothing is ever exact here. Okay, all right. I think we're gonna roll with that. We're gonna roll with that. Let's see if this one stud will work. Yeah, so somebody was asking me if anybody else has done these, and there has been a few people who've done them, but that was before the black base or the white base plates came out. So they were doing a lot of knolling. So I think this may be something fairly new. I'm sure there's other people who've done some greebling and other things, but I'm not sure if they've focused on Rorschach prints. But now I know everything about the Watchmen. Like, after starting this, I've learned about that character on the Watchmen, Rorschach, because of these prints. Okay. So, yeah, this angle is not the best, but if I can fill this in a little bit, that may still work. So I'm just looking at this going, yeah, I might want to put that 2x4 here. Let me see if I can find a 2x4. Or will this 1x6 work? That might work. This is what I'm looking at. Yeah, actually that does work. That works really well, actually. Okay, let's secure that down. Get that 1x6 and put another 1x6 up top. But do I have to lift that up? No, I don't. Thank you. Thank you. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, I know this is looking a little cluttered, but here, let me move some of this out of the way. You can kind of see where it's going. Okay. Yeah, that's actually not too bad. It's this angle that's driving me crazy. I really want an angle plate, I want like one of these. Maybe I had one of these. I have two. Hold up. I might have a better solution here. Let's see. I want that to taper. Oh, that's right. I can use white. All right. Okay. I think we have some ideas going on here. And like I said, I don't know if you find this interesting or not, but I appreciate you at least keeping me company. All right. Yeah, and this is where you wish you had every part you could get access to, but unfortunately I don't. So making do. All right. Let's see, how does that look? That's actually, it's better. It's better, and if I can put some white space right here, that would be awesome. I'm just trying to think, oh, maybe a 2x2 in white. Do I have it in white? I do have it in white. All right, let's see if this is gonna work. So this is what I'm talking about, where you actually use the negative space and you build up from there. So it's almost as if I have to like bring it all the way up. That's gonna be interesting. I guess I can build off of that stud. All right, let's see where this takes me. Thankfully, I have a lot of white studs. I have a ton of white studs. So a little bit more. I need it to pivot. I need it to pivot even more. This is like 5 studs stacked on top of each other. Oh yeah, definitely. That's the way to go. And now I have to cover that middle stud with another white stud. And like I said, thankfully I have a ton of these white studs. you find it's harder to not multitask at this earlier time. Oh, I see. Okay. So, and it's interesting because 9 o'clock is comfortable for me because I'm a night owl. But the other advantage of streaming earlier is that when I'm done streaming, I still have a couple hours to do some other things. So for example, I still have to do my daily brick limit build. And I also have to give this speech, which is kind of like, this speech is one of those things that I'm always flattered when somebody asks me to give a speech, but sometimes I always, and maybe I'm just my own worst critic. It's kind of like, you want me to give this speech? Really? Is there nobody else who can give this speech? But like I said, it does help me because it makes me think, what is my why? Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, that is definitely a good choice. And then this kind of makes this round over here. So that works. And then I have this little spiky thing going on. Okay, that's the answer. That is the answer. Well, yeah, if you have to lurk or, do other things, like I said, I stream for a variety of reasons, but the most important, which like I said, this speech actually helped me with this, is providing a voice for another viewpoint that is not always well heard. I don't profess to be the best artist. I don't profess to be the best streamer, but I do profess that I can provide a different point of view. And like I said, with regard to the, when we were talking about the friends, animals, nobody else is talking about that but us here on the Brickanista Broadcast Network. We're the only ones who are talking about that as an issue. Okay, I am thinking that looks really good. This is why it's nice having this bird's eye view, to be able to view it this way. Here, I'll show you where we're at. This is the, and I need to fill in that bottom middle section. And let me scroll up a little. Yeah. Okay, that's not too bad. There's a little bit of white here, and there's some little tails here, but yeah. Okay, I think I know where we're going with this. That's why I was saying to stop asking people what they want. You can bring a different view if you're trying to be a people pleaser. Thank you, Cornado. That's one thing I really like about this community here on the BBN, is that and maybe that goes back to my point of view versus others, is that we're not afraid to say what's on our mind. Like I said, when nobody else is talking about the friend sets being, like animal trafficking, that's all here. Okay, I think what I can do here is maybe use some dots to fill in this section down here. Yeah. Okay, so maybe, let's see, do I have, I'm looking for like a 2x4 or a 1x4 in black. Yeah, this is the other thing, is that just the supply that I have. And the other thing is, people who watch me from Europe, for example, like Hooded One, he actually likes that I'm at 9 o'clock because that's like his morning. I mean, today is Saturday, so I'm not too worried about today, but I know that, he like makes his breakfast while he's listening. And so I know that I try to be mindful of my regulars too. Who regularly listens to me and why. what's in it for them? But you're right. I shouldn't be a people pleaser. You're absolutely right there, Cornita. I should follow my own drum, so to speak. Let's see, is this a little bit heavy on the bottom? It is heavy on the bottom. Okay. And okay, I think I'll fill this down below. I think that would be probably better. Yeah, that'll definitely be better. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is thought I had 2 of those. Did I have not 2 of those? Oh, here it is. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to go bin diving at at the minifig store, Bricks and Minifigs. Aha. Ooh, I like that shape. Actually, that isn't too bad. And then I could use the negative space here. Yeah. That Rorschach looks like 2 French waiters playing drums on a giant pot of ratatouille. Okay. Hey, you know, as they say, whatever floats your boat. And that's the thing about these Rorschach prints, is that you can interpret whatever you want from these. You know, I'm not telling you how to look at it. I'm just building them, and then you can interpret whatever you want. Oh, I had this white plate. Here it is. I think this is going to work here. Yeah, I think that's going to work really well. All right, we're going to go for that. And put this down here. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. Now, am I off center? Hold up. No, it looks off center from this angle. I have to keep looking at it from the top. It doesn't look too bad from the top. Okay. That looks actually really good. Yeah, let me move some of this out of the way. And let's see. There was one more thing I wanted to do here. I wanted to add a black 1x1. I will say that I never really considered myself a mosaic artist, but with these Rorschachs, I think I can claim it now, because people have been telling me how much they like them and how refreshing. I got a nice comment from Yano, they said, or she said, it was refreshing to see something organic kind of built instead of, you know, the other things. I see 2 people ripping Mickey Mouse's head in half. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my goodness. Wow. You guys are starting to scare me. You're starting to scare me. Okay, so this actually can pivot more like that. And same thing over here, which is kind of cool. Yeah, actually, that's not too bad. Okay. Yeah, I'm just seeing there's there's plenty of white space here. Here, let's see what else. Let me go back to this again. Yeah, I've got that angle. This is off. I can just tell this thing is off here. Hold up. So I'm noticing that you see how there's a little bit of white space here on this side. Oops. No. And then on this other side, there is no white space. So I'm definitely off by, I think, a stud over here. because this thing goes all the way to the top. So I think I need to just drop it down. Let me drop it down one. Yeah, I think that's better. I just, oh, why does it not look right? I need to move this over, maybe? Oh, no, that doesn't seem right either. What is it? I guess I should count the studs. I'm trying not to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. There's 5. Okay, I think that might do it. I'm going to raise that up. Okay, so I guess it's nice to have a little bit of white space. Like I said, it just feels like something is off. And I can't quite put my finger on it, but we'll just leave it for now. I think it has to do with, there's a stud here. Here, let me take that off. I think that stud is putting things off kilter. I was right. I was definitely right. All right. And I think I put one stud over here. And there'll still be a little bit of white space there. All right. All right, that's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's looking ink blottish. Because it's based on perception, can you really be off when making this? Maybe not. Maybe not. You're right. Okay, well, that's kind of the bottom half. I can, it's, what time is it now? It's 8:24. Okay, I can work a little bit on the top half, and then I think I'll have to finish it off stream, I think. But I'm glad I got these radar dishes because they really make a difference. These little radar dishes at the top that have that round shape, because that's kind of where we're at right now, is right here. Yeah, these kind of up into the corners, and then I guess I could just keep using those hearts. I have, I think, some dots in that pink too. That could help. Okay, let's grab a few more hearts. And you're right. It's like, I still didn't finish my speech, did I? Okay, so after Simon Sinek, there's another, I think his name is Humphrey J. Coleman, who had something called the pie model. And the pie model says that there's 3 things that help with your determining, you know, how you lead or how you can lead other people. And that has to do with performance, image, and exposure. So if you are influencing other people, that part of that influence actually comes from how well you project your image, how well you perform, how well you project your image, and how much exposure you have. And I find that fascinating because being Asian American, so this goes back to being a voice for my community, that being Asian American, we're always told, you know, study hard in school, you know, do your best and you'll do well. Well, that's not always the case, as you know. And part of that has to do with people judge you by also other factors. So your image and your exposure. So if you perform well at work, let's just say, you know, you've got this job as an accountant and you perform your accounting job really well. But if you don't have the best image, you know, you show up to work and you're all ratty and ill-kept, then people may not treat you the same way, right? Because of your image. And then the exposure part has to do with how well you are known to like upper management or senior management. And sometimes getting known has to do with knowing who the right people are and having that exposure. So I think it's a fascinating concept. Whether I agree with it or not, part of me does, honestly, because I've seen lots of people who are far less qualified in some jobs get ahead far more because of the influence they have with the people they know. Right? That goes back to exposure. So, and the way this Coleman dude talks about it is he says that only 10% of your performance is actually that important. The most important thing is exposure. So if you are well known by people, then that is actually going to work to your benefit more than if you perform well. And I've seen that also, very much so, both in the Lego space and in corporate America. Okay, that is looking better, but why is this off? 1, 2. All right, this needs to go over 1. The problem is it keeps hitting this. It's like, why is this hitting this one? What is happening here? Okay, there. I think that's better. There we go. Okay. Oh, I know why. You need this to be inverse, Brickanista. Yeah. This is what I get for talking and creating at the same time. Yeah, so when I learned this thing about the pie model, I've been talking about this for many years. It changed the way I guess I interacted with people. I started trying a little bit to understand what image people are expecting versus what image you have. And the best example of that I can give you is on television and radio. When I was on the radio, I didn't have to worry about how I looked or how I, was perceived because my voice was really what was carrying me. But on TV and also in the streaming world, it's very important how you look and how people perceive you that way. Okay. How does that look? Ooh, oh my God, that looks awesome. That looks actually quite awesome. I'm excited about this now. Okay. And this, I think we're going to have to raise on a couple of black studs. This one might be the fastest one I've done. Maybe I'm just getting better at these the more I do them. Yeah, if it's perception, you can't really mess it up. Yeah. And I guess you could keep tweaking it all you want, but it's kind of like in the end, it's art. It's art. So you just have to make do. Let's see. I'm looking at the original, and here I'll tell you why I'm hesitating a little bit. Here's the original. You see how it has like a thin neck-like thing over here? The way I have it with these triangles is that it looks more squarish. So maybe what I need to do is actually use like thinner plates instead of a triangle. Let's try that. What happens if I do this instead? Actually connect it there and then build out the bottom. Yeah, that might actually be better. Okay, that might actually work. That might actually work. Okay, that actually saves me some of these angle plates too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Am I using the right one? Okay. Just double checking here. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, the other thing that's been kind of scary working on these Rorschachs is that you start learning more about what people see in these and what the interpretation is. Yeah, I actually picked up a book on the Rorschach ink blots. And then I discovered that the guy who wrote this, Daniel Searle, has a TED Talk about it too. So I've been also studying about that, what that means and how people interpret things. This is coming along. I do need to fill this in a little bit here with some black, maybe some black dots. Let me see what I have in my black dots. I was just organizing these during the sort lug call too, and I have some of these, but I'm looking for the quarter rounds. Oh, that's right. I forgot I have these. I have these guys too. Okay, let's play around with those. Let's see. Oh. Guess I can move that. The one thing nice about doing this technique is you can like move things around. You know, you just angle this over, angle this way, and put this on top. And I think definitely this technique is something I'm definitely going to do more of, not just for the Rorschachs, but for some other things in the future. And that kit that I got the other day, the one I told you about, the multitude of dots, there's a lot of these that you can use, which is awesome. Okay, that for some reason is too far over. I think that's what we're going for. Yeah, this is going to work. This is going to work. And like Cornado was saying, if it's abstract, does it even really matter? Probably not. It's art. It's an interpretation. What are people going to say? That's wrong? No, it's not supposed to be that way. It's just an interpretation, people. Don't take it too seriously. All right, let's see. Do I have some squares? I just realized that these dots have a lot of squares as well as the rounds. I actually might get this done before my call. It's hard to believe. And I might tweak it a little bit, but I think we're getting pretty close. And like I said, I really wish I could do a side-by-side, but you can see it coming together. And you can see what I'm doing is I'm adding a little bit of round kind of shaping to it. Here's the, here it is. Uh-oh, neighbors are at it again. Okay, I think that's gonna work. All right, let's see. And after I do this, I'll add the pink hearts in the corner and do some fine tuning off stream. But yeah, this is coming together. All right, let's see, let's grab another tub. Zach would have been proud. Too bad he's not here. It's like I was knolling a lot on camera. Let's see. Yeah, I'll just take care of these later. Sort of clean the palette off. Clean that palette. It's one thing I love about Lego versus paint or clay is that when you're done building something, you can step away for a while. I think Alexander 23 was talking about this. You can step away for a while and it's still there and you can, enjoy it. But that is actually looking pretty good. Not too bad. Not too shabby. And like I said, I'll have to clean up the plates, but just to kind of give you a sense of where we are. All right, so that, and I probably could do some more, like I said, I'll probably do some more fine tuning with those little clips. But the last thing I want to do are these little heart things in the corner near the heads. And yeah, I think that will be good. And I might have to do some negative space on that too. But yeah. Okay. So I think I will. And this is also one of those things where I kind of wish I had started a little lower because now I've got all of this space down here. So I'm kind of adjusting too for that. I think if we do it this way, yeah, it actually is, the pink is a little lower. Okay, so we're going to go for that. Okay, I'm just saying 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Something's off here. Does this need to come over a little? I feel like there's more space here than there is here. It's a little too close. Why? What is off here? Oh, it's too much at an angle. That's why. This needs to come over that. And then I think I need to move these over a little bit. Okay, there, that's better. Okay, that is better. It's still off though. You can tell it's like, this is too high. What's going on? Yeah, I think I'm going to need to adjust this, but it's pretty darn close. It is pretty close. I've got that, and then I've got to take the white space here. So maybe those 1 by or 2 by 2s, those white 2 by 2s, where'd they go? There they are. Yeah, that looks actually pretty good. And then the last thing I need to do are those little spikes at the top. These little spiky things. But you know what? This photo, it is kind of close to the top. All right, let's see. How am I going to do that? I do have some, let's see. I'm looking for this color. I don't have a lot of that color. Spikes, spikes. Pink, pink. Oh, wow. Like I said, I don't have a lot. I literally have like 6 pieces. I have these right here. Oops, you probably want to see that. So I've got these. I only have like 6 pieces, so I make the best use of those. This is an odd color. I think it's, I want to say dark pink, I think is the official term. All right, let's see. Let's take a look real quick. Which angle is it going? Up into the, towards the head, I guess. Okay. All right. Like I said, we're just going to roll with it. Gonna roll with it. I only have 3 to work with, so I'll make the best use of those that I can. Let's see. All right. Like I said, I don't know. This is kind of kludging it, but still not bad. Considering that I don't profess to be a mosaic builder. I'm just like, but people like them, so, you know. So I will argue with you on that point, Cornado, is that you said give the people what they need, not what they want, but I didn't plan to do this. This was not my plan. I was going to destroy the first one, but because the people said that they like this and it's something they want to see more of, I'm making more of these. All right, so here's mine. Thank you, little girl. Thank you for protecting me. And here, I'll compare it with the original. There's the original. So I do need to tweak it a little bit, but that's not too bad. That is not too bad. And in fact, I'll put it out here so you can see it in its full frame. I do feel like I may need to squish it a little, bring this down just a little bit, just because it seems this original one is more wide than tall. This one seems a little bit taller, so I may need to shift things down just a little bit, not a lot, but that's pretty darn close. That's pretty darn close. Like I said, I think just looking at it, I think I need to definitely move these down just a little bit, and then I could squish everything down later. But yeah, just kind of eyeballing it. And if I squish this top part a little bit more and angle this, I think it's gonna look good. Yeah, I'm excited about how some of these are coming together. It's not something I had planned to do. like Doc was saying, why are you doing this? Why Rorschach prints? Why are you doing this? I don't know. But like I said, it provide a voice that other people are not doing. And I will say nobody else is doing this. No, at least not in this way. Maybe they're doing it something similar. But I do think I can, if I can squish this down just a little bit, I think that'll be closer to this. But this isn't bad. This isn't bad. I think that they kind of look like Martians communicating with each other. But yeah, I think I could roll with this. Like I said, this part I need to tweak, but I need it to be more like this. But now that I'm looking at it, if I can shift this down just a little bit, just to make it a little more squat, so these are not so long. But I think it's close to done. It is very, very close to done. So this will be Rorschach print number 3. For lack of a better term, that's what I'm doing. All right, cool beans. All right, this is good. So it's like 20 minutes to 9. That gives me an hour to prep for my next event, where I'll be giving a speech to some people. All right, let me get that out of here. And let's get this out of here. Okay. Well, there you go, my friends. So thank you for hanging out with me. I know it was earlier than I normally stream, because I would normally be streaming 10 minutes from now. And thank you, Cowboy Kenobi and Joel and Doc and anybody else who might be lurking, for all your support and for your suggestions. Yin Yang 847, thank you for hanging out with me. Yeah, it's funny because, when I look at these, and to me, they're just a mishmash of shapes. But when you look at it from a distance, in fact, here, let me see if I can show this to the camera. So this is what I've been working on. And like I said, I think I do need to shift it down, maybe only 1 or 2 studs, not a lot, just to make it more squat. And let me see if I can share this again. But see, I wish I could make my thing bigger. Let's see if that's not too bad. Oh, how about that? Right. See how mine's a little tall. I just think this needs to shorten just a little bit. But I think the bottom is pretty solid. I maybe need to add some thorns or something down here. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. Just shorten these, angle this a little bit more. So yeah, I'll definitely have this ready by Monday, no doubt. Yeah, that'll be ready for Mosaic Monday. It will not be monochrome, so it won't qualify for that, but any future monochrome ones. That's a butterfly in the center. And dang, tornado ripping apart. Well, everybody sees something different, but I think the shape is coming along nicely though. And like I said, I think I maybe need to fill in a little bit more with some black here, bring this down a couple studs. I'll tweak it, but it's pretty darn close. I think, you know, like I said, I don't, I didn't tell myself, you shall make the Rorschach prints. This is your destiny. But, you know, it goes back to when I was talking about earlier about having another voice for the community that's different. Poor Mickey. Yeah, poor Mickey Mouse. But anyway, thank you for your support. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for just encouraging me on this journey, because I know sometimes you can feel kind of like a one of the few voices out there that is talking about this kind of stuff. But I also feel that's my destiny. That's what I was thinking about before I was giving this speech. Mickey should be ripped apart. The House of M is evil. Okay. How many of these am I building? There's 10 in the whole series. This is, and I'm going in order. It just so happened the first one I picked was the number 1 card. So I've done 1, 2, and now 3. In fact, let me hold them up for you so you can see them all in all their glory. Okay, let me get rid of this. Oops, wrong button. Okay, so here is card number 1. What do you see in this print? Oops, did something just drop? Yeah, this one, for some reason, this particular plate combo and dish falls apart a lot. This is why Craggle might be a good thing for this, but it's not something you Craggle while you're building. You just have to, you know, finesse it. All right, let's see if we can get this to clutch. But yeah, like I said, I've been just starting these, and I've been getting some good feedback. Okay, I'm clearly gonna have to do this off stream. There's too many points that are knocking off. Or maybe I could do it here. I need a flat surface. That's the problem, is that when you're streaming, you have to stream for the camera. And that's something I've got to, maybe if I come up with some method so I can stream to the camera with this kind of a, what's up, Doc? A scorpion. Yeah, you might see a scorpion in there. And like I said, the clutch on this is so finicky. All right, let me try this again. Let me see if this, all right, this isn't quite exact, but this is close. So this is the first ink blot. You said you see a scorpion in there. And then we have the second one, which is this one. So there's this guy. And then the third one is the one I've been working on today. And like I said, it needs a little tweaking, but something just shifted. Hold up. That's this. There we go. So we have this one. So, or an alien. Yeah, this one, like I said, I think I need to make this a little shorter and fill in some black down here too. You're going to show the original next to the Lego representation? Yeah, pretty much is, and let me put that back on stream again, is that and this, and then all the other ones that go with it. And now that I show this side by side, it actually looks pretty good. It just needs to be, like I said, there's just a few tweaks. This right here is a 1x6. I think if I put a 1x4 instead to shorten it down, then that would shift things down 2 studs. And then I think I need to fill this in on the sides over here a little bit with black. I think it needs a little bit more black right here. But I could do that off stream. Like I said, I could be fiddling with this. Today is what, Saturday? Yeah. So tomorrow, 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock tomorrow, Sunday. Sunday. I will be here with Rob Ketcherside. And it's going to be a Brickanista on the Move episode. But because it's been raining so much, I pre-delivered his gift. And then we're going to talk a little bit about his book. He wrote Lost Seattle, which just so happened to be on the bookshelf when I was shopping for him for his other gifts. And we may do a build or we may just chat. I'll chat with him a little bit more about what we might want to do. So I mentioned this early on in the stream that I'm going to be trying out this new schedule maybe a little bit earlier because I do have a couple of things happening in the month of December. And I may be taking a couple weeks off. I don't know. I'm still mulling it around in my head. So, am I visiting Rob tomorrow? It depends because right now there have been forecasts of rain, constant rain, which is no surprise. We're here in Seattle, but if it's raining really hard, I probably won't be visiting him in person. I already did visit him in person, and he did sign my book, and I dropped off my gift to him. And otherwise, we'll be doing a Brickanista on the Move where, similar to what I did with Allie Perry, because my plan was to go visit her on Bainbridge Island, but that didn't work out. So we did it remote. So it will likely be remote, just based on the weather reports. I need some kind of portable shelter studio setup. That would be nice. But, like I said, I think right now it's been working out okay. And it's been good for me to visit with some of the local talent that's here. There's so many great people. 49ers have no postseason, so your week should be free. Yeah, thanks a lot. I haven't even been really following the Niners ever since, all the injuries and everything, but that's okay. It's okay. This isn't our year. There may be another year, which will be our year, but thanks for saying that, Joel. But yeah, I'm going to tweak this a little bit more, but I think this is pretty close. I think we've got Rorschach number 3. And once I do some of the tweaks, I think this will be it. It's been clear for a while, Joel. No surprise. Right. Yeah, rain in the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, get out. And so this Sunday, so tomorrow. All right, so the plan is tomorrow I'm going to be having this Brickanista on the Move with Rob Ketcherside. And then in the evening on Twitch, I was going to start a little earlier, and I may be finishing this Rorschach, or I may be opening up a new set, because I'm kind of on the fence about whether I should do the typewriter on my Twitch stream, or should I do it on, I don't know. I've got a couple of different options. So I'm still thinking about what I'm going to do on Twitch tomorrow. But yeah, that pretty boy decided to get injured. Garoppolo is just, he's healthy for 2 games and then he's out for the rest of the season. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Rain, especially in the winter, it's better than snow. That's true. And it's better than fire. I will take rain over fire any day. So yeah, but thank you for your feedback. I'm glad you like this. And like I said, so Doc, yeah, I'm working on all 10. So this is number 3, and I will be, putting together some of the things. And then the following week, next Sunday, the 5th, is when the PNW streamers are getting together. So we may be doing kind of a hodgepodge kind of live stream from the Bricks and Minifigs up in Monroe. That's going to be fun. I'm going to be there with, I think, 4 other streamers. I think we have Shock the Toast and Brick Brain TV, Banshee BP, And I think those are the definite ones that are confirmed. And we might have Dr. Cat, maybe. And then unfortunately, Doc can't make it. So we need snow in the mountains, though, like major snowpack. Yeah, yeah. You hardly get either snow or rain. Well, you are. I did see a report about fires in Southern California right now. That's really bad. So, but like I said, I'm happy to be here in the rain. And I do think that I've been talking with Joel about, maybe taking a break and getting my Lego set up, because I have been thinking about these drawers here are getting super full. So I may be upgrading my organization setup so that I have bigger drawers that I can work with. I'm growing out of my britches and I need bigger drawers. So anyway, thanks for hanging out with the silliness. Thank you for all your support. And as they say in the Brickanista Broadcast Network, I'll see you tomorrow. And may the clutch be with you. Take care, everybody. Take care. Bye.